What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and it has become the final day of 14 Days of Summer. Now, the final unvault was originally going to be the Thunderbolt of Zeus. However, as we've seen them do recently, they changed it last minute, and we kind of knew they were going to change it right when the event started because they hotfixed the strings, but it was changed, and instead of getting the Thunderbolt of Zeus, if we go to our quest menu, you can see we got the Tactical Assault Rifle. Now, as you can see by the 14 Days of Summer, the only days that I've actually done the unvault of is day 1 with the grapple gloves, day 4 with the shockwave hammer, and day 5 with a rocket launcher. And that made me want to make today's video where we just kind of talk about the event overall and if it was even good to begin with. Now, as you guys can tell, my aim kind of sucks here, so, well, more than kinda, but my aim kind of sucks here, but you know, it has been an interesting 14 Days of Summer where I do feel like there were some days we did get some unvaults, including days that I didn't play, that were pretty cool and, you know, actually added a little bit more excitement to the game, but at the exact same time, a lot of these unvaults just kind of felt a little meh. I know I made a video talking about how, you know, maybe they changed the Chain of Hades and all that stuff from being an unvault due to bugs or whatever, but at the exact same time, we quite literally had these weapons being in Blitz Royale, so if it worked in Blitz Royale, it should have been able to work in Battle Royale, which makes me wonder even more, why did two pretty cool unvaults set to be towards the very end of the event suddenly kind of get vaulted last minute and changed to something else? Was there just like some disagreement internally at Epic where they're like, actually, you know what, I think we want to go ahead and do something else? Or was it something where they were just like, you know what, I think we have too many cool things going on during 14 Days of Summer, let's go ahead and change it? I don't really know, but at the same time, you know, I didn't really play Blitz Royale during the whole entire week when we had the Chain of Hades and everything, so maybe there was a bug with it in that mode that people noticed. That was one of the reasons why they disabled it in Battle Royale. Maybe they didn't want to have two Chain of Hades enabled in two different modes at the exact same time. Maybe they thought it was going to take players away from Battle Royale or something like that, or, you know, take players away from Blitz Royale, one of the two, you know, vice versa. But I also wanted to talk about just kind of like the things that were going on in general at the summer event. Of course, we had LEGO Expeditions release with this summer update, but at the same time, was LEGO Expeditions really something that they expected to hold us off during the entirety of the summer like event and everything? I don't know, you know, they definitely have plans for it to continue evolving past the current season. They're going to remake it, you know, different quests and everything else as we continue going through all the different seasons, but it just feels like if they thought that this was going to be something that, you know, was a big thing for the summertime, then maybe they oversold at how well their other modes do in comparison to Battle Royale and the core things. Some people who play stuff like LEGO Fortnite are not going to care about a mode like, you know, Battle Royale, and people who play Battle Royale aren't going to care about a mode like LEGO Fortnite and vice versa. And then when you think about like the multiplayer modes that were kind of like Battle Royale, aka Blitz Royale, then we have this situation where they did try to make it did really good, and then they decided, hey, you know, we're going to start hyping it up, it being permanent, because originally they didn't expect the mode to do good. They were just expecting it to be a LTM you'd be able to play, but of course, as we know with the attention span nowadays and everything else, it ended up doing really well because of the fact that, hey, it's fast-paced Battle Royale. I mean, I even enjoy it every once in a while. So I think it was kind of a mixed bag when it comes to the current summer event, where 14 Days of Summer, meh, you know, it was alright. It would have been better if they just kind of let everything stay unvaulted until the event fully ends. When it comes to Blitz Royale, that's a pretty cool mode. I do enjoy it, and I do plan to play it more. You know, I still need to get the umbrella. I just haven't been playing Fortnite too much recently. But when it comes to LEGO Expeditions, I feel like that is more of a niche community that is going to enjoy it. Of course, it plays a lot more like Save the World. I mean, there's even a glitch where intel from LEGO Fortnite Expeditions shows up in Save the World, so it's definitely something that they're going to have to fix in the future, and they're planning to keep updating. But I do think overall it's just this odd bag this summertime where they did put some effort into some of the things that released, but at the same time it felt somewhat lackluster or last minute in its own ways. And I don't know if that's just like the feeling it gives off, you know, maybe they did a lot more, but it felt like when it came to everything going on, the main focus was, oh, we're just going to release, you know, these new LTMs at the start, you know, we're going to have Squid Game like a week later or whatever, and then just a huge break before we actually end up releasing the other modes to the game, such as that, not even other modes, but, you know, the like Superman themed stuff that is coming out soon. So it's definitely something that I feel is just kind of slow in a way. But of course, I would love to hear what you guys think about the summer event in the comments down below. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you dislike it? Were you just playing other games like me mainly? Or were you just doing something else entirely? Maybe you're going out and touching grass or something during the summer event, and how do you think they could improve it in the future? I definitely think it's a situation where it could have been improved. We've had better summer events before, you know, with a lot of crazy changes and stuff, but it feels like recently it's gotten a lot smaller. I mean, as we saw with, I think, last year's, when it came to that summer event, you know, sure, we had a few quests here and there, but all they really did was enable the summer Meowscles skin. They went ahead and made it so there was like graffiti on one rock in the entire map and called it a day there. And in this case, it was just like, hey, we have these old weapons. Here it is one day, new one the next day, another one the day after that. Here's another one right after that one as well. And that was pretty much all they did. And also, how did I complete these two quests right here in this match? You know, I'm not even going to question it. I'll just take my free XP. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of yap about that for a little bit. Hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.